guys ready? Yeah. Get ready, you guys ready? Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Call Sign Villain, and welcome to the very first field report that I'm going to do. And what better place to start it than the iconic SE Village? Some basics about SE Village. It's located in Corona, California, which is a little ways east of Los Angeles, so it's a really great SoCal field. Cost to play at SE Village if you show up solo is $28. Through their website, they do offer a group rate. If you have at least 2 people, it brings it down to $25 a person. They may only offer that through the website, but I'm not sure, so double check on that before you go down there. But generally $28 to get in, so it is a little bit more expensive than some of the other fields. But diving into some of the pros about SE Village that really make it worth the price of entry. First and foremost, absolutely the reason to go to SE Village is their amazing fields. They've been around forever. I've been going to SE Village for several years as a paintball player, so that's how I initially found out about it. But what they're known for is their massive selection of fields. They've got everything from wooded natural areas all the way to man-made areas and CQB-oriented fields. They put some serious time, effort, and money into their fields. They look like movie sets. It's super impressive. That makes them really fun to play. This particular field is called Kosovo. It's essentially a conquest-style field where you need to capture and control 4 main objective points. That does make this field play a little bit slower than some of the other fields, and you do kind of tend to shoot a lot more on this field. But it's really cool. They did a really great job of building it up to look like an actual war zone. The other really great pro about SE Village is their staff. I have to give them a shout out because they're always super attentive, they're very friendly, they're on top of it. It's just a very well and efficiently and professionally run field, which is not something that you can really say about all of the fields. Part of that is because they have such a huge staff, so they really do a good job of running things. The other nice thing is that because it's such an iconic and popular field, it tends to get super crowded, so a lot of times they will split the group of players into a more beginner class and an advanced class. That way, if you have a bunch of new players who it's their first time, they're not just getting run down constantly and massacred by really experienced players. A lot of times when they do that with the advanced class, they will drop the surrender rule and the minimum engagement distance, which is kind of nice. That being said, it is not a perfect place. They do have a few cons and a few things that kind of bother me that are worth sharing. First and foremost is they have a 400 feet per second AEG limit, which is pretty standard, but they don't specify a DMR class for semi-only longer engagement like some fields do, and their speed limit for bolt action snipers is 450 feet per second, which is pretty low for a bolt action. It would be nicer if it was in the 500 to 550 range. So if you are planning on bringing out your VSR or something like that, keep that in mind that they do have a 450 feet per second bolt action speed limit. The other con that I think is a big deal is that they do require hard face and ear protection for all players. Most fields, that's only required for those under 18. At SE Village, it's a requirement for everybody. And the face protection isn't so much of a big deal, but the hard ear protection does kind of bother me. If your straps to your goggles or your straps to your mesh mask or a balaclava or something like that cover your ear, that's not good enough for SE Village. It has to be hard plastic ear protection. So it's got to be ear covers, headset, paintball mask, something like that. Another thing worth pointing out is that they generally do enforce a surrender or a bang rule, which I always feel like causes more problems than it solves. If you get shot point blank range, at least you know you got shot and there's not a whole lot to question. With the surrender and bang rule, a lot of times it's kind of a who got who first, and it just tends to complicate things in an unnecessary way. So that does kind of bother me. SE Village is also fairly popular with the Speedsoft crowd. That could be either a pro or a con for you, depending on how you like to play. I prefer a more milsim objective style game, so that's something that I'm not crazy about, but they do offer a lot of different types of gameplays throughout the day. This game that we're playing here on SE Viper was an objective-based game where we had to prevent the other team from planting a bomb at this blue van right there. And so some of us, half the team pushed left to flank the team, and the other smaller squad of us rushed up to the van to lock down that lane to prevent the other team from planting the bomb at the van. So it's just a really fun game. As you can see, like, this is a great example of the production value of their fields. It's a really, SC Viper is a really sick field. It's constructed of a lot of shipping containers and buildings and cars and stuff like that, and it's just kind of a testament to the amount of thought and effort that they put into their field. It's not just a bunch of piles of pallets or something like that in an empty field. So, for those of you that are new players, SC Village does offer rentals, and I would say for an inexperienced or just starting out player, SC Village is absolutely the place that I would recommend to go. I think there you're going to get the best experience as a new player that you would get at pretty much any field, just because the place is impressive, it's really well run, and there's always a good selection of people to play with. It's usually fairly busy almost every weekend. So, I know this particular set of gameplays was pretty static and stationary. It's just kind of the way that the day played out. I promise I will be back at SC Village, and you will definitely see a lot more of some of the other fields that they have to offer. So I absolutely recommend checking out SC Village. Go out there, go for a skirmish day, and just have a great time shooting BBs at your friends, because they do a great job of putting on an awesome skirmish on the weekends. Thanks for watching. Be sure to rate, subscribe, comment. Let me know what fields you'd like me to review, and let me know if you have any questions. See you guys next time.